What if I told you that the exercise advice you've trusted for decades might actually be preventing you from reaching your full health potential after age 60? Even as a medical professional reviewing fresh research, what I'm about to share genuinely surprised me. A powerful new 2024 study from the University of Copenhagen observed more than 8,000 seniors for half a decade, and the findings were nothing short of extraordinary. Seniors who swapped their usual walking routines for 5 targeted movements lowered their chances of falling by an incredible 73% and increased overall strength by a shocking 89%. Yes, you heard that right. Nearly double the strength, while reducing every major risk associated with aging. The study's results were so unexpected that the researchers repeated the experiment twice, each time getting almost identical outcomes. Even more unbelievable is the time factor. Those performing the targeted exercises spent roughly 40% less time working out compared to the walking group, yet still scored significantly higher in every major health metric. Their blood pressure improvements were 31% better. Joint discomfort dropped by 67% compared to just 12% in regular walkers. And bone density didn't just stabilize, it actually increased. But the detail that truly caught my attention was this. The number one exercise on this list is so simple that over 94% of seniors could perform it instantly, no equipment, no training. And yet, Harvard Medical School found it boosted lifespan markers by an impressive 42%. Thanks to its impact on something called mechanotransduction pathways, mechanisms that tell your cells to behave like younger versions of themselves. In a moment, I'll explain why this simple movement could be the deciding factor between walking confidently at age 80 or relying on assistance before you even hit 70. But before we dive in, go ahead and let us know in the comments. How old are you and where are you watching from? We respond to every comment, so don't be shy. Now, without wasting any more time, let's start exploring how you can prepare your body to stay strong, balanced, and youthful. Number 5. Wall push-ups with isometric hold. We begin at number 5. With wall push-ups combined with a static hold, they may look basic, but the science paints a completely different picture. A 2023 study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity discovered that seniors performing wall push-ups with brief holds for just 8 weeks improved upper body strength 34% more than conventional exercisers. Why does this matter? After turning 60, your body naturally loses about 3% of muscle each year unless you actively maintain it. And this isn't about aesthetics. Upper body weakness directly affects everyday tasks, like lifting grocery bags, steadying yourself, or even opening jars. Here's the correct form. Stand at arm's length from a wall. Place your palms flat at shoulder level and width. Lean in slowly until your face is inches from the wall. Hold that position for 3 to 5 seconds, then push back. The tempo is crucial. Move inward for 2 seconds, hold for up to 5, and push out for 2 seconds. This time under tension method builds strength far more effectively than rapid reps, especially for adults over 60. Start with 5 controlled reps, eventually progressing up to 15. If too easy, step farther away from the wall. If too hard, move closer. According to a University of British Columbia study, Seniors who did this 3 times per week for 12 weeks improved pushing strength by 41% and reaction time by 23%, directly reducing all risk by strengthening proprioception, your body's ability to sense its position in space. Now, let's move on to an exercise targeting a different but equally essential area. Number 4. Seated leg lifts with resistance. Number 4 brings us to seated leg lifts, an underrated but incredibly powerful exercise. A 2024 study in the Archives of Physical Medicine showed that seniors performing leg lifts with added resistance improved walking speed by 28% and stair climbing ability by 45%. Walking speed, by the way, is often called the 6th vital sign because it predicts longevity better than many medical tests. To perform the exercise, sit tall on a sturdy chair with feet flat. Lift one leg straight forward while keeping your knee extended as comfortably as possible. Hold for 2 seconds, then lower without touching the floor. Perform 10 to 15 reps per side. Over time, add resistance bands or ankle weights. Unilateral one-sided training helps correct muscle imbalances that naturally grow with age. Research shows older adults actually respond faster to progressive resistance than younger people, making this exercise especially powerful for seniors. Let's now head to number 3, where we begin addressing the most overlooked factor in aging well. Number 3. Standing heel raises with balance training. Simple. Yes. Effective. Absolutely. A 2023 study by the National Institute on Aging identified calf strength as one of the strongest predictors of long-term independence. Participants with stronger calves had 71% fewer chances of entering assisted living and 64% fewer injurious falls. Here's how to perform it. Stand behind a chair. Rise onto your toes as high as possible. Then hold the top position for 3 seconds looking forward, not downward. Slowly lower for 3 seconds. The top hold challenges your vestibular system, while the slow descent builds strength. Start with 10 reps and work to 25. For advanced progression, try doing them on one leg. Studies from Japan found seniors who could perform 20 single-leg heel raises had arterial flexibility similar to individuals 15 years younger. Cognitive scores also improved thanks to enhanced blood flow. Performing heel raises at different tempos through the week helps avoid plateaus and stimulate continuous adaptation. Now we move toward the final 2, and number 2 might surprise you. Number 2, modified squats to chair. This exercise is a powerhouse. A 2024 meta-analysis reviewing 42 studies and over 15,000 seniors concluded that modified chair squats reduced knee pain by over 50% when done with proper technique. The sit-to-stand movement is fundamental for independence. Those unable to stand from a chair without using their arms show far higher mortality rates within 5 years. Here's the correct method. Stand in front of a chair, feet shoulder width apart. Lower yourself by pushing your hips back first, not your knees. Take 3 seconds to descend. Barely tap the chair, then rise into seconds. Begin with 5 to 8 reps and progress to 15 to 20. A Stanford Center study showed that performing chair squats 3 times a week for 6 weeks increased lower body power by 47%, improved gait speed, and even enhanced motor cortex activation, rewiring the brain for better movement. Once you master standard chair height, progress to a slightly lower surface, and later, perform without a chair. Now get ready, the number 1 exercise is uniquely powerful. Number 1. Bird Dog Hold Progressions. This movement stands in a league of its own. It was the same exercise I mentioned earlier, the one that boosted longevity markers by 42% in Harvard research. Studies call it the most complete single exercise for seniors. The bird dog engages the entire core, stabilizes the spine, enhances balance, improves cognitive function, increases bone density, and supports back health all at the same time. Here's the method. Get on all fours. Extend one arm forward and the opposite leg backward. Hold for 5 seconds while keeping hips level. Alternate sides. Over 8 weeks. Gradually increase hold time. Add small pulses, and eventually perform with eyes closed for deeper balance training. A Mayo Clinic study following 500 older adults over 2 years found core strength increased 93%, back pain decreased 76%, fall risk dropped 82%, bone density increased by 3.2%. The diagonal pattern activates both brain hemispheres simultaneously, improving memory and cognitive health. MRI imaging from German researchers even revealed increased brain volume in areas responsible for coordination and balance. Breathing deeply during the hold dramatically improves effectiveness by activating deep core stabilizers. Why these 5 exercises beat walking while walking is healthy. It doesn't challenge your muscles, bones, coordination, or brain in the diverse ways these exercises do. These movements build strength, mobility, balance, bone density, neuromuscular coordination, and cognitive resilience. Together, the routine takes just 20 to 25 minutes, 3 to 4 times per week, compared to an hour of walking. This is a fraction of the time with drastically better results.